Alright, so I just did, literally last week, a review on a portable Bluetooth speaker by Monster, and now I have another one which I'm actually just as excited about because I like to test products from companies that I've never heard of before because, you know, half the time I'm really surprised by the quality of the products. I know a lot of times people pay for a name, but you know, by trying something that you've never heard of before, you may be pleasantly surprised. So when I had the opportunity to look at this speaker by a company called Bugani, I wanted to take a look at it and see how it compares. So this is the package that came, so let's go ahead and crack this guy open. And I have not opened this before, so as I did with the Monster, so if there's anything missing from the box, you will know as soon as I do. So I like the look of the box. So it says it's IP6 waterproof. You can use a micro SD card, portable, super long standby, we'll check that out, clear sound, HD, and a wireless stereo connection. So they do show multiple devices here. We'll take a look at all that. So this is the model M83. So let's take a peek. Well packaged. It's got looks like a wire here. So we have micro USB, stereo cable, and Bugani. All right. So let's check out the speaker. So anything else in the box? Here's the user's manual, which looks awfully thin. So first thoughts, here is the front. It's got this nice kind of smooth little, it's kind of hard to describe, a little texture on the outside. I'm not sure what kind of a reference I could give you that you might know, but it's got a nice smooth finish on the outside. It is very polished. I like the little speaker covers. Handle's got some good texture to it. Side there, got some good texture. This side, you've got your controls. You've got what looks like your Bluetooth connection. I'm not sure what that one is. I can look at that in a second. We've got play, pause, volume up and down, and your power on. So on the back, here are the subwoofers. Sweet, very nice. So I will fire this puppy up and take a peek. Okay, so I took a look at the manual. So this is a mode button. So we'll take a look at the manual and see. My guess is that's going to be like for using the compact flash card or the micro SD card for switching your audio, doing things like shuffle and stuff like that. So let's see, I'll take a look here. It says short press, switch to playing mode, long press, indoor, outdoor, audio switching. Again, I'll take a look at that and I'll let you know exactly what that means. On the other side, or on the back, yes, on the back here, you've got your input-output sealed connections here. There's your aux connector. There is your micro USB charger. It says DC 5 volts. There's the micro SD card, and then this actually says DC out, so I'm assuming you can use this as a charger to charge your phone or to keep your phone charged while you're using it to play music from this. So the build quality feels pretty good. I mean, it's not super heavy, so it's not going to be anything crazy to be carrying around. It is much smaller than the previous speaker that I reviewed. So this guy's about 12 inches by 4. The other one was 17, I believe. But we'll do a sound test and see how this thing sounds compared to the other.
say I really like this speaker for a couple of reasons. One being that the price isn't too bad. It's 60 bucks, but looking at the specs, the battery lifespan is supposed to be really good based on what they're advertising. I haven't tested that yet, so I can't say for sure. But what I'm most impressed with is the build quality and the sound quality. I mean, the sound is crystal clear, and as I tried to zoom in on the video, you could see the volume level on my phone. I turned it all the way up to 100%, and there was zero distortion. It sounded good all the way at the top. The level of volume seemed to be lacking a little bit. I'm filming in an office, so it's kind of hard to tell how that's going to do if I were sitting outside with it or something like that. I'll have to test that and see what it sounds like out in the real world. In my office, it seemed as though it could use a little bit more backbone, but it's rated at 50 watts, or at least that's what they're advertising. So my first impression would be I would have expected it to be a little bit louder, but I would rather have not as much volume but clear sound than distorted sound when I'm running it at 100%. So, I mean, overall, I'd have to give this guy a thumbs up and say that if I were in the market, I may start looking at Bugani products in the future because this one really did impress me.